Hello and welcome back to Chef Shell's French Kitchen. I'm Chef Shell and this is
Connor!
And today what are we making?
Ratatouille!
Yeah, ratatouille! I'm sure most of you have heard of this famous dish from Nice, France, thanks to the Disney, is it Pixar too? Yep. Okay, Disney Pixar movie of the same name. But did you know the dish that is featured in the movie is not ratatouille? It's a dish called confiserie, and basically it's made for fancy restaurants. It's a fancier presentation of ratatouille. So we are going to be making the traditional way, not the way that Rémi makes it at the restaurant. We're making more of Ego's dish that he ate as a young child that his mother would make for him. I've got a funny little story about that. A couple years ago, I was at my sister's and I said I was going to make ratatouille for dinner. My nephew was all excited because he'd watched the movie, and so I made it, brought it out to eat for dinner, and it didn't look like the way it was presented in the movie. So he was a little disappointed. I was so sorry, but yes, if you're expecting the fancy plating and everything, that's not ratatouille. So anyways, let's get into the ingredients. So what do we have here?
Onions!
About a pound of onions, and I sliced them kind of thin. You can go thinner. I don't like onions, and so I try and slice them a little bigger so I can pick them out. We have eggplant, about a pound of eggplant. And eggplant is my all-time favorite vegetable. It wasn't always. Growing up, I grew up in an Italian-American family and we ate eggplant pretty regularly. My mom made eggplant parmesan, and for whatever reason I had it in my head that I did not like eggplant. So anytime they would make it, I'd ask, hey, is there eggplant in it? And my mom would tell me, no, of course not. So I remember after I was done eating it, one of my sisters would ask me if I liked it. And I said, yeah. And then she'd tease me, yeah, there's eggplant in it, you liked it. Connor, can you go get the eggplant on the table for me, please?
Yeah, sure.
So, since I have moved around the country a bit, I have spoken to people and I've realized eggplant is not something that everybody around the country eats. I grew up in the Northeast, big Italian community, but as I moved to the West, the Midwest, I found out, thank you, Connor, not many people have had eggplant, know what to look for, know how to prepare it. So here you go. What you want to look for is nice, smooth skin, really dark purple, almost black. Make sure it has no blemishes at all. This is like perfect eggplant. So that's what you're looking for. And then we're chopping it up like in slices and rounds, and then since the one that I have is pretty big, quartered that. Next, we've got zucchini. So again, about a pound of zucchini cut into 1/4 inch slices. And then we have a pound of bell peppers. I used a mixture of green, red, and yellow peppers just for a little color. You can use all green, all red, all yellow, totally up to you. Won't change the way it tastes. And then we have a 1.5 pounds of peeled and seeded tomatoes.
My mommy forgot one tomato.
Yeah, I know, I'm getting to that. Thank you for reminding me because I almost forgot. So, a way to easily peel your tomatoes is you're gonna make a little X right here at the bottom of your tomato. Then boil some water, boil the tomato for about 20-30 seconds, and then look at this. The skin just peels right off. So We're gonna do that.
No magic tricks.
Exactly. No magic. Cool trick, isn't that, Connor? All right, let me throw that back in there. And
We are
then
not magicians.
cut it. Unfortunately, we are not magicians. I wish. That would be so cool, wouldn't it?
Mhm.
Yeah. I do have a
Because then
garbage
I would-
disposal.
Because I would be able to bring a VR helmet to the house.
That'd be pretty cool. So then we're just gonna pop the seeds out. We don't want those for the sauce.
Yeah,
Yep.
we don't
for,
want seeds.
for sauce. Yep. You just want the flesh of the tomato. So I'll do that with the other half. Get rid of the seeds. There we go. And just cut that in half. We also have 3 cloves of garlic, finely chopped. Fresh thyme. I grow thyme out in my garden, so I can just go out and pick it. If you don't have fresh thyme, not a problem. Use dried, work the same. And then also, I'm using some dried basil because right now in my area, it is really hard to find fresh basil. And the basil in my garden has not really come in yet. So normally I would use fresh basil. I went to 2 different stores, couldn't find any, so I'm using dried. And then we have salt. So what we're going to do to start off with is we're gonna salt. It's okay, Connor. We're gonna salt our eggplant. Yep, you can salt the zucchini. So we're just gonna salt eggplant and zucchini. Awesome, good job. And then we're gonna get to cooking. Oh, one thing I almost forgot to, lots and lots of olive oil. The eggplant is like a sponge. It's just gonna drink up all that oil. We are going to cook it in 3 tablespoons of oil. It'll probably suck it right up, but as you cook it, it'll come out, oh boy. So, if you keep adding it, the eggplant will keep drinking it up. So try and stick to around 2-3 tablespoons of oil. Should be good. It's just to keep the vegetables from sticking to the pan. So let's move over to the stove. All right, so here we are at the stove and we're ready to throw everything in. So we're gonna cook all of our vegetables at the same time in separate pans, cook them all till tender, and then we're gonna throw them all together in the end. The tomatoes, we're gonna make like a sauce in over here. So let's get started. So we're gonna put the eggplant. Yeah, you're gonna have to back up. Eggplant here, you can put the zucchini in that pan. I will put the onions over here. Careful, let me help you. Yeah, that. Sorry, Connor. Are you okay?
Yes, wow.
I'm so sorry. Alright. It's hot, so definitely if you're having your little ones help.
Ask an adult to do this.
That's right. So now over here we've got olive oil. There's olive oil in all of the pans. I'm putting the garlic in the pot in the back. And then when that starts to smell real nice, like it is now, then we're going to add our tomatoes. And we're going to cook those down. We're just going to keep stirring all the vegetables so they don't stick. Here, Connor, let me turn that down. I have everything on medium heat. Again, some of my burners heat a little higher than the others, even if they're all on medium or whatever. So your stove will depend, you know, how hot it runs, what temperature, but you just want to cook your vegetables down until they're soft, until a fork will go right through it. I'm sorry, Connor. And then to the tomatoes, we're gonna add some of the dried basil, salt, and then some fresh thyme, or dried if you're using dried. You might notice there is an ingredient missing. I don't have the peppers here. I don't have enough room. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cook down the vegetables you see here, and then I will cook down the peppers once I make some room. So we're going to get this all going, season the onions also with some salt, and we'll come back when they're all nice and soft. Okay, so all of our vegetables are nice and soft. So we're gonna add it into biggest pot you got that'll fit everything. So let's see, we got the peppers that are nice and soft. Awesome, thank you. Please be careful, Connor. I don't want you to get burned again. And then we'll put our onions in that have cooked down nicely. There we go. Awesome. Connor doesn't like onions either.
I do.
You do? Oh, that's right. You like onions now. He didn't before, he does now. All right, let's grab the zucchini.
Ugh.
Yeah, Connor doesn't eat zucchini. Hopefully, he'll be just like me, and he won't eat them now, but later on he will learn to appreciate the vegetables. And then the eggplant.
Yep.
Alright, I'll hold it.
Yeah.
The pan has cooled. It is cold, so no burn risk here, huh? Awesome. Oh, there's still some right there. Careful. Okay. That's good. And hold on, last but not least, the tomatoes, which have cooked down into a nice thick sauce. So Connor is going to give that a good stir while I get all of the pots and pans out of the way. And then at this point, you can keep going and cook it down a little more, or you can stop it right at this point, taste it, and see if the seasoning needs to be adjusted. You can add more herbs, more salt. All right, Connor. Okay, so let's show you the finished dish. There it is, the ratatouille. And we've got some nice fresh baguette. Ratatouille can be eaten warm or cold. Today I'm eating it warm. It's best eaten the next day. It gives a chance for all the flavors to kind of mingle and be extra yummy. This kind of makes a big portion of it. So any leftovers you have, you can serve with pasta. You can put it in a pie crust, just like we did with the coca. You could put the leftover ratatouille in as well. You can serve it on little pieces of baguette for an appetizer. Lots of things you can do with the leftovers, but this is definitely a dish that is better the next day. So let's get into it. Oh, yum. My house smells so good now. This is the best summer dish. If you have a garden like I do, it's a great way to use up your fresh vegetables. These are all vegetables that are in season right now, so it's gonna taste the best right now in the summer. So let us know if you try it. Let us know what you think. Show pictures of your ratatouille on our Instagram, Chef Shell on Instagram. I would love to hear from you. Let me know if you have any ideas for future videos, suggestions. We'd love to hear it, so please comment down below and like and subscribe. Oh, bon appétit.